Brock, how would you describe the experience last night?
Probably one of my coolest experiences of being in the NHL. Yeah, it was crazy, and I think it lived up to the hype.
What do you think you guys did well last night?
I think we just stuck with our game, and just with all the emotions, and it was loud in there, and them taking a lead two different times. We continue to stick with our game. We didn't panic, and I think that shows a lot about our group, and just have faith in the process, and that's what we did, and that's how we got the win.
What is that process between today and tomorrow to make some adjustments and be ready?
Yeah, just going over some video, learning what things we can do better, and I think we played a pretty good game, and obviously there's little details that we can do better to try and create more scoring chances or break pucks out clean or whatever it is. So I think we're all excited for the next game.
Was there anything that surprised you about yesterday, or maybe not even overwhelming, but just the way that it all played out between the fans, the way the game went?
Yeah, I mean, I think the fans. I think it was a little crazier than I expected. So that was awesome. And I think it was just a whirlwind of a night. And I'm just happy that we got that win.
Did you get to bed at night, or were you so wired you couldn't go to sleep?
No, I was pretty wired, and probably the worst sleep I've gotten in a while. So, yeah.
JT talked last night about how in the first period it was like there was no puck out there because of how physical it was. Was that the game plan going in, just to lay the body as much as possible?
No, I think it's just part of playoffs, and everyone wants to try and get into it and make their mark. So there weren't a lot of shots after the first, but I think that was just to be expected.
You guys had a fair share of chances, a couple of odd man rushes that you weren't able to connect on, and it was just about sticking to it for the rest of the game and knowing that your chances will eventually come again.
Yeah, for sure. I thought we got some good looks and had some good chances in the second, and a couple looks in the third. And I think when we start to press and get away from our game, that's when we give up more goals to other teams. And I think we just did a good job of sticking with it and trusting our system.
Is that mindset, that patience that you guys showed, something that you've built as a team over the course of the year?
Yeah, I think so. I think we've had stretches where we've talked about that we've gotten away from our game, and that's kind of when we're losing some hockey games, and during that, that's it. I don't know, a few months ago when we had that losing stretch, but I think we learned from that, and it's all about just sticking to the process, staying patient, and trusting one another.
But what about the depth last night? I mean, when you look at the guys that led this team in scoring most of the year, maybe didn't put those numbers up last night, but other guys chipped in.
Yeah, it's huge. I think that's what we've talked about throughout the whole year. We've gotten depth scoring, and it matters a lot in the playoffs, and you saw last night, and I'm super happy for those guys.
Brock, how much does it ramp up? We always talk about playoff intensity and how everyone takes their game to the next level, but you guys had 10 hits within the first 4 minutes of the hockey game. Compared to the regular season and then the playoffs, how different is it?
Yeah, it was a lot different. It was, it was tight, and it was physical, and it was everything to be expected and everything that everyone talks about. So, it is fun, and I'm excited to see how it goes tomorrow.
Do you feel like there's a bit of a weight lifted now that you got the first one out of the way when there was so much anticipation?
For sure, yeah. I think just thinking about how the building was going to be and all that, now we know what to expect, and we know how the other team is, and I think we can all kind of take a deep breath here and really just focus on our game.